What's up, y'all? Advance here. So, topic of discussion over the weekend: Fresh and Fit being demonetized. Apparently, YouTube has had enough of that crap, and they booted them from the YouTube partnership program. So, this has sparked a debate, a lot about free speech and this, that, and the other. Listen, I'ma squash that shit right now. I'm going to debunk this whole attack on free speech bullshit. They are not being arrested. They have not been arrested for anything that they have said or done while filming the podcast. So, yeah. Cut all of that attack on free speech bullshit. Yeah, all right? Now, we're going to get into it. So, I made a video about a month ago, maybe a little bit over a month ago, about how some of these red pill guys was gonna possibly start making the shift into right wing or conservative media, because a lot of red pill guys are conservative. Now, I mean, true conservative, right? Not just opposing black people on black issues. So, but yeah, like a lot of these guys do identify with conservative values, so, but with the arrival of Nick Fuentes into the red pill space, or the manosphere, or male self-improvement, whatever you want to call it, kind of gave way, it kind of gave me a little bit of insight to the subtle shift. And it's so subtle that if you're not paying attention, you won't notice it. But he was on Pearl's podcast, and you saw how, like, what happened to her network. She went from having an 8-person panel to it being just her. like slowly but surely, all of her supporters, or all of her co-hosts or whatever, started trickling away. There was a number of content creators that started distancing themselves from her, and they were like really had things in the works that was gonna make them like tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they stood on their integrity. That's what I'm talking about, integrity overall. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. So in any case, they were so with that. And then, like, not only was he on Pearl's podcast, he was on Fresh and Fit with a whole bunch of black girls. And I got to talk about this, to talk about the space. So this was actually a fallout from the whole Abba and Preach thing, because Abba and Preach called him a racist, because not only was he, like, running around, like him and Fresh was dancing around, making gorilla noises, talking about another black man, but he proceeded to double down, because he was in the background of one of Sneako's live streams, and he put on, like I said, he fashioned himself a Klan hood. But, I guess it was improv, so it kind of looked like those hoods from Django Unchained. But yeah, he ended up getting a real one, when Nick Fuentes was on there. And, and on top of that, they gave him permission to say the N-word with the hard R. And it was bad. So, long story short, they got a notice stating that they were removed from the YouTube partnership program. Now, a lot of people assume that was pretty much the final straw, like, because after that whole, like, false copyright claim BS, they were they was in some pretty hot water surrounding that. So to the point where their legal team had to play cleanup crew, so yeah. But look, so after that whole thing happened, I think that's exactly what happened. They came back and then they said, all right, well, we got, so now they're in tears. And, this is what happens when you think you're larger than the system. No, every system, every content space or anywhere that provides you a service or provides you compensation for your content or anything like that, compensation for your services, compensation for providing good content, is rules involved with that. Now, I'm all for free speech, but you cannot say outlandish shit, just like how with the Kanye West situation. You cannot just say outlandish shit. Furthermore, not even be able to articulate, all right, why you're saying it, why you believe that you're saying it, but yeah, they just had this dude on there and, they got so wrapped up in this Abba and Preach beef. They thought they was being real slick. They thought they was being real cute, but hey, they ended up fucking themselves, so yeah, well, I don't know what you wanted to say about it. But listen, so that's not even the half of it, right? This has gotten so bad to the point where the place that they hold the podcast don't even want them there no more. Right? So listen, they filmed the podcast in Myron's apartment. These shenanigans that he did on his podcast got him evicted from his apartment. Man, that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. So, yeah, so it's like, I don't know. Because it seemed like something else is going on here behind the scenes. Because that's some crazy ass timing for YouTube to boot you from the YouTube partnership program. Then the apartment, your apartment complex where you film your podcast tells you that they don't want you here no more. So you got whatever notice you have to get out. I don't know. Something seems fishy, suspicious about that, if you ask me. I don't know. But no. But with all that being said and done, yeah, they shot themselves in the foot. And I get it. You want to platform these guys. So when Sneeko got banned, they had him on the show. That was a risk. When Andrew Tate got banned, they had him on the show, and that was a risk. Now, from what I understand, all right, so Nick Fuentes is banned from YouTube, but I might be confused about that. But Nick Fuentes, from what I understand, was banned from YouTube. I didn't even know who the guy was until about a month or so ago, or a couple months ago, when he was on Pearl's thing, and that whole thing just kind of blew up. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't even know who this dude was, and apparently a lot of people didn't know who this guy was. But yeah, here we go. So the difference between Sneeko and Andrew Tate is that they had positive following. They had people that could vouch for them, that could vouch for their positivity. This dude was a self-identified white supremacist. So yeah, I don't know why you felt the need to invite them on. I understand that, y'all don't identify as black. I know, I think Myron is from Sudan, and Fresh is from the Caribbean, somewhere in the Caribbean. But yeah, they pull that trick that light skin people do, where they identify with everything under the sun but black, or they mix it with stuff. But Yeah, like, and we already know that they don't date black girls because he said it live on the air. We don't dabble in the dark. We don't. If you want to mess with a whole bunch of Shaniquas, that's on you. So, yeah, like that stuff. Yeah, there is a saying that says all news is good news, or all press is good press. Infamy is still, being infamous is still famous. Or yeah, but nah, like all of this just ended up working against them in their favor, and this is why they're in the predicament that they're in. Now, I think that they could probably get their sponsorship back, or they can find other ad streams of revenue or whatever. They said that they kind of made some preparations in case this happened, but even still, they basically had the rug pulled out from under them. And yeah, they lost 90% of their revenue. But hey, they got a dedicated fan base, so if they're strategic, they can get it back. They can, even if they are on a lesser known platform like Rumble, but there's a way you can do paid memberships on a website or whatever the case. But in any case, those are just my thoughts. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to be the last I talk about this situation. Let me know what you think. How do you feel about Fresh and Fit being demonetized? Do you think they deserved it? Do you think it's some BS? Do you think it's an attack on free speech, even though I already debunked it 10 minutes ago? Put your comments in the comment section down below. We're going to chop it up. This is Advanced Perception, where we have a cosmic level of thinking. We provoke thought and good conversation. My name's Advance. I'm out.